We've got Iran looking to maximize its economic, really, deals that it can out of this European tour, but France also looking to get things out of it. What's at stake for both countries in this?
Well, there is a lot at stake for both countries, and partly for Iran too. It's political as well as economic, because if you think back just 2 or 3 weeks, Iran was still a pariah state. It was illegal for countries like France or Italy to do business with Iran. Now that's changed, and this is an opportunity for Hassan Rouhani to appear on the international stage, first in Rome, then the Vatican, and now in France, to make the point that Iran has now joined the international community of nations. It's part of that big group. It's no longer a pariah. But the key thing, I think, this time round is clearly business. Iran has a lot of money at its disposal after assets were unfrozen last week, somewhere in the region of $100 billion, although not all at once. But certainly they have somewhere in the region of $35 billion US dollars, which they can start spending straight away. And they've got a lot that they need to spend on. The infrastructure of Iran after the sanctions is in very bad shape, so they'll be wanting to spend on roads, on trains, and we know that they're thinking very seriously about updating their air fleet as well. The news is that there's going to be a deal somewhere in the region of 10 billion euros to buy 114 planes from Airbus. But aside from that, too, the Iranians will be very interested in trying to attract French investment into Iran. And already we know that over the last few months, several very large French groups have been looking at the possibilities of investment, in particular Peugeot, which had a big deal pre-sanctions with Iran Khosrow, a big Iranian manufacturer producing cars there. They'll be looking to pick up where they left off in the past. From the point of view of France, this is a huge market, 80 million people. With that sort of money to spend, it's a great opportunity for France, for Italy, for other countries in Europe to pick up their own flagging economies by trying to get into the Iranian economy.
Well, so then this international trip abroad for the Iranian president, how is this likely to play back home?
Well, I think this is a big issue as well, because Hassan Rouhani placed an awful lot on trying to get sanctions lifted, the nuclear sanctions lifted. There was a lot of criticism of him from the hardliners within Iran. It was a risk on his part to go down that path. But the sanctions have now been lifted, and he will clearly be wanting to milk the dividends as much as possible. And one way of doing that is coming abroad, being shown that you're acting on the international stage, that Iran has been accepted again as part of that community, but also that there are real economic benefits for ordinary Iranian people, that jobs start to come online, that, for instance, safety issues are addressed. The Iranian air industry has a terrible record for safety. With new planes, that should be addressed. Also, transport issues, developing the train network, that sort of thing. These are issues, these are developments which will benefit ordinary Iranians. With an election just 1 month away, a parliamentary election just 1 month away, Hassan Rouhani will be hoping that he will reap the benefits.
All right, Rob, thank you very much for that. Rob Parsons on the Iranian president's visit here to France in a few hours' time.